Welcome to week 13 of social studies. So, this will be the last week that you will take a look at our friend the globe. We are making our final destination on our tour of all of the continents, the 7 continents. We've actually only learned of 5, but we have taken a look at all 7 at some point. We will be stopping at a very familiar place today, the United States. There isn't a whole lot for me to tell you other than if you're looking at our globe and you can see our midline, which is the equator right here. Okay, the United States is not that far from the equator. So when we start to talk about the climate, you are going to notice something unique about the United States. The United States has far more many climates in it than any other country we have talked about. And a lot of it, and I'm trying to get close so you can see here, a lot of it has to do with the fact that as you look at the United States, you can see parts of the United States that are raised up. You can see these little lines over right here. This is called a mountain chain that goes all through here. It's called the Rocky Mountain chain. And we actually have multiple mountain chains throughout the United States. And as we've learned, mountains will throw off the climate, they will throw off the temperature. So you are going to learn the United States is very unique in that respect, that its climate is very different. Outside of that, we really know the majority of stuff that we need to know about the United States. We know our language, we know our money. Um, we know a little bit about North America, but we will spend some time. You're actually going to be doing some research on North America and finding out some more information on it. And you're actually going to be doing an oral report. So you're going to be using your words to tell me what you learn about North America when we do that slide. At the end of our week, rather than spend a lot of time on language and money, because those are 2 things we're both really, really good at. Every single one of you, although some of us may have some speech issues, we are still very good at talking. In fact, I can still hear your voice in my head, even though you're not here. So that should tell you that I know you can talk the language. And as far as money goes, we all love money because we all like to buy things and to have things. So instead of spending time on that, and I will touch on it, but instead of spending time on that, I want you to learn about the history of the United States flag. It's very interesting to me. I don't know how interesting it will be to you, but I think it's important that you understand what our flag is, what it represents, and where the idea of it came from. So we will be spending a lot more time learning about the flag for the United States than we have for any other country or any other continent that we have stopped at. Outside of that, like I said, I think you should be pretty comfortable with the United States by now, being that you've lived here your whole life. The rest of this month, we will. So now we're into December. The rest of this month, we will focus on the United States and we will learn a little bit about our government. With that, you will be learning about the capital of the United States, Washington, D.C., this week. Washington, D.C. is extremely unique and it's much different than most capitals in all of the countries we have learned about. What is unique about the Washington, D.C. is that it is not considered a part of the United States. It's actually a district. It is very unique. So we're going to learn about that first today. So please watch the video and pay very close attention to it because I learned something new that I didn't know. In fact, um, Washington D.C. is also known as something called the District of Columbia. I never understood why until I watched the video. So please take the time, although this is your country, this is where you grew up, this is where you live. I want you to spend some time um, paying attention to what the United States is all about. If you have any questions, please reach out to us in chat.